Welcome to r/RedditRevenge. This is a story of someone getting back at someone with revenge after being wronged. And today we have 3 great stories, so subscribe, hit the like button, and let's begin. The first story: my boss was fired for poisoning me with antiseptic hand sanitizer. The second story: boss mistreated a child with developmental disabilities, so he lost his family and doesn't know I was involved. The third story: they refused to raise my salary and I decided to find a new job. I'm now making 6 figures. The first story is: my entitled boss almost killed me and got himself arrested and fired. I'm allergic to hand sanitizer, alcoholic wipes, generally anything that has alcohol-based products. I even bring my own soap because I can have a reaction to some soaps. I can't even drink this stuff without my lips swelling. My old boss, who was my cousin, so when COVID hit I didn't really have a problem until my cousin got promoted and got transferred to a new office. Enter our new boss. We got a mass email going over our new COVID safety procedures, and one of the new procedures is that we all have to use hand sanitizer and antiseptic wipes. I sent an email to HR telling them about my allergies with medical documents. They sent back saying that I don't have to use the hand sanitizer and antiseptic wipes, and that they put it in my file. However, when sent the exact email to my new boss, he replied saying that all employees have to follow the new COVID safety procedures, no exceptions. When I replied that if I use those products, I will need medical assistant. He then sent me another email to me saying that if any employees doesn't follow the new COVID safety procedures correctly, that they would be fired. I sent copies of the emails to our union rep and HR department, to which they replied that they would talk to him and kinda told me to ignore him unless he tries to actually fire me. So I go into work and my new boss is literally waiting for me at my desk with a bottle of hand sanitizer in his hands, asking me to hold out my hands. I did reply saying no thanks, I'd rather not go to hospital today. He got mad and literally grabbed my hand and squirted sanitizer on it, then run it in. Saying that that wasn't so bad, I tried to go to the bathroom to wash it off, but he blocked me. Well, I had a bad reaction. Thank God I had an EpiPen in my desk. My boss kept saying I thought he was lying, and kept saying until I was put into the ambulance and couldn't hear him. A member of HR department and the legal department came to visit me in hospital, probably making sure I don't sue, and informed me that he was fired. The woman from HR department also said that they called the police on my behalf, and I should be getting a visit from them soon. I can't talk about that as it's an ongoing investigation. ETA, I'm in Australia, so no medical fees. I'm not happy about the EpiPen, $40. They're expensive. Also, cops won't tell me anything, that frustration. They did tell me that he's been ordered to stay away from me, so he must be out of jail if he was ordered to stay away, right? I'm still in hospital hoping to be released today or tomorrow, the latest. Update: OOP's hospital stay is extended. I'm in hospital due to allergic reaction due to my entitled boss, but that's a different story altogether. I'm allergic to alcohol and alcohol-based products. I usually can handle small things like women or men's perfume and cologne. Nothing an over-the-counter antihistamine won't cure. However, when you have an allergic reaction, your immune system is compromised, so what was a mild inconvenience to me, it's now quite deadly. I was in a private room so I won't be exposed to my allergen, and had signs all over inside and out telling people that I can't be in contact with it. That didn't stop a patient from walking into my room because she needed to use the toilet. With so much perfume on that I had another reaction. Now I have to stay in hospital longer. Update: OOP is contacted by ex-boss's mother. My ex-boss got arrested for purposefully exposed me to my allergen. I have no clue how she got my address, but when my husband and I got home, ex-boss's mother was sitting on my lounge. MIL let her in. She lied and said she was a solicitor. I'm going to try writing our conversation. EM: hello, my name is Mrs. Blank, ex-boss's mother. I'd like to discuss this big misunderstanding that you and my son had. Me: yeah, well, I don't. You know where the door is. EM: I'm not leaving until we've all come to an agreement. H: my husband asked you to leave, now get the F out or I call the cops. EM: I said I'm not leaving until we've discussed this misunderstanding. I'm sure we can come to an agreement. MIL: if you don't leave, I'll throw you out. H: I'm calling 000. EM: fine, I'll go, but I'll be back. The way she kept saying the word agreement, I'm sure she was trying to bribe us, which is stupid. I don't think I could do anything even if I want to. It's so surreal. I mean, this kind of stuff happens in TV shows, not real life. I hope we don't have any more drama. Update: I'm dyslexic and on mobile. If my ex-boss was told to stay away from me, I don't know if that was an order or a suggestion. If it was an order, does that mean his family? If it's a suggestion, how can I make it an order? His mother gained access to my house by telling MIL that she was a solicitor, Is that a crime? We got her on the Ring doorbell camera saying that was one. I think she was trying to bribe me, but she never actually said it directly, so can the police do anything? I'm waiting for my husband to get home from work, so we can go to the police station together with MIL. Should we take a copy for our Ring doorbell, or would they want to do that themselves? Should I get my own solicitor, or let the Crown handle it? Update. Boss tried to kill me, and my ex-boss's mom tried to bribe me. First, the mother. Turns out she's actually a solicitor. She didn't misrepresent herself, but luck would have it that we got to the attempted bribe on camera. Couple of months before all this, my SIL got caught up in Queensland when the borders closed, and asked my husband and I to dog sit for her. She had put him in a kennel, but she was only supposed to be gone for a week, and we could even use her dog cam while we're out of the house. She comes, gets the dog, but forgot the dog cam. However, she never actually said the exact words, so she wasn't charged for it. But my FIL, who's kinda wealthy and knows everyone, got in touch with her bosses, and she was fired, and now she has to answer to some board or something where she might not be able to practice law anymore. Truth be told, I really don't think anything will come of it, and she probably just works for a different firm in the end, but it's fun to imagine. On to my ex-boss. He took a deal and he's going to jail only for 6 months. He'd probably be out in 3, but it's better than nothing, right? I have a restraining order out on him and his mother. My FIL thinks I should sue him. He's the scorch of the earth type of person, but I don't see the point. He has no change of working in the same industry now that he has a criminal record, and I don't know how many office-type jobs would overlook a criminal record, especially when said record involves his subordinate. Work gave me a raise and a bonus, and I get work from home apparently now, so yay. Over the next 5 years, we all will be working from home, but I get to be the first. So that's it, really. The only thing that's concerning me now is that the dog cam record's been saved to my SIL cloud account, and SIL isn't the only one who forgot about the dog cam, but I think that's for a different subreddit. The next story is, make a developmentally disabled boy cry, lose your family. My former boss is the worst human being I've ever met. He did all sorts of things to mess with anyone he didn't like. So a while ago I was at a family event in a local park, walking with a young boy from our family who's developmentally disabled with Down syndrome, Ben. Ben does fairly well all things considered, but he's always been sensitive to anyone making fun of the way he looks or his condition. We're just having a good time on our little stroll. Ben and I both enjoying the day. Along comes my boss walking toward us. I'll call him Rob. I cringe at seeing him but smile and say hello to play nice. Rob, there's something you don't see every day, a pair of ugly R's walking together. Ben bursts into tears as Rob laughs and walks off. I deal with Ben and ignore Rob. I'm super peeved and trying to calm Ben down because for a few minutes he was totally distraught. Finally, I get Ben to focus on how he has me and a lot of other awesome friends and family, and that Rob is a stranger and what he thinks doesn't matter. We walked some more and I saw that Rob was at the park with his wife and teen daughter, having a cookout, and he had apparently been on his way back to his family from a trip to the toilet when he saw us. Back to being super peeved. I went back to our gathering and talked to an adult cousin of mine, Jake, telling him what happened. Jake wanted to get revenge on Rob, but I reminded him that this was my boss. I didn't want Rob to be able to know the revenge had anything to do with me, because then he'd make my work life even worse than he already had. So Jake asked me for anything I knew about Rob that might help. I told Jake a bunch of things about Rob, but the relevant info here is that Rob liked to drink a particular kind of locally made beer at a certain bar. Rob had talked of having drank there on the previous Friday night, while his wife and daughter were away visiting her family. Also, Rob had recently told a story at work about his wife's obsession with a particular little green fictional character. Let's call it Yaby Boda. Turns out his wife kept a stuffed Yaby Boda on their bed at all times. I wasn't there for the revenge setup itself because I didn't want Rob to see me, but Jake filled in the details afterward. It was basically this. Jake approached Rob and put an arm around his shoulders and tried to kiss him. Rob pushes him off. Rob, what are you doing? Rob's family is now paying attention. Jake, I'm just so excited to see you, sweetie. Friday night was so amazing. Rob, what are you talking about? Jake, seriously, you're gonna act like you don't remember now? I know you were a bit tipsy after all those specific local beers at the local bar, but certainly you remember what happened later. Rob, nothing happened later. Or ever. I don't even know your name. Jake, really? You were screaming it on Friday. Rob turning red. You lying son of a... Rob's wife interrupting. Listen, I don't know who you are, but this is my husband. I'm sure you have him mistaken for someone else. Please just leave us alone. Jake, oh no, I'm not mistaken. We had the best sex ever on Friday night, and now he's acting like he doesn't even know me. Rob's wife, I told you this is my husband. You're mistaken. Jake, oh, maybe I am. I guess it was someone else who took me back to his place on Robb Street and had great sex with me on the bed right next to Yaby Boda. Sorry. Jake turns and walks away. Rob's wife, oh my god, Rob, WTF is wrong with you? Did you cheat on me, really? Already long story made a bit shorter, Rob's wife wasn't really happy with him anyway, and this was apparently the tipping point that made her file for divorce soon thereafter. Rob frequently complained at work in the following months about how he didn't care about his wife, but really missed his daughter, and how much it sucked to live in his new place compared to his old home. Every time he complained about his lack of a home life at work, I knew he did it to himself when he was mean to a developmentally disabled kid. The best part is he never figured out I was involved at all. The last story is, the new CIO has brought in the Bobs from Office Space to evaluate what we do. Are we screwed? I'm a hybrid cloud engineer / sysadmin on a small team for my parent company. We're the corporate sysadmins. Me, another, and my boss. I'm concerned we might be getting pushed out. Some highlights below. After attaining a certification, I requested a salary and title change. I got the title change, but my skip, manager's manager, told me no one is getting raises right now. He also told me I should try to make myself invaluable. You mean I'm not already? I'm the only one who does cloud for our company. He also told me if I left, he would just replace me with an MSP instead of backfilling my spot. I'm the only one who does Azure / M365 at a high level. Recently, my company hired a new CIO. So far, I'm not impressed. He's not talked to anyone in IT from what I can tell. He's walked right by my desk without speaking to me. Recently, a very critical director in IT for a partner company resigned. As a result, the new CIO hired an MSP he's used before, who from what we gather will be taking over that director's job. Classic do-it-all admin with all the keys in the castle. Today, my coworker and boss told me they both had a meeting with this new MSP, where the meeting was essentially them asking my coworkers what they do. As an example, allegedly they asked my sysadmin coworker who's used VMware for 10 plus years if he could deploy a guest VM. No joke. Basically, we all think we're about to get pushed out. My coworker said he was recently put on a performance improvement plan for menial things. Anyone had this happen before? Edit for clarity. I've been applying to jobs since my denied pay raise since I'm in the low 60s for salary. Got a few phone screens so far. It's been a week or so I'm checked out anyway. Update. I got a new job with a 60% raise. I got way more interest than I expected. I probably applied to 75 jobs, got outright denied for maybe 5 of them, got interview requests and started the process with about 20 out of 25 or so in about 2 weeks' time. The new role is a systems engineer FTE role with a focus on Microsoft Cloud stuff, Azure 365, and some on-prem sysadmin stuff, so basically what I've been doing already. Turned in my notice to my company yesterday. Cue surprised Pikachu face, of course. Now they want to talk on Monday. The job market is super hot still for experienced people. Here's my data points for reference. 2 years in IT total, just shy of 2 years. Started at L1, got promoted to cloud engineer internally after about 15 months. Been cloud engineer about 6 months. 1+ year doing Azure for my company. PowerShell proficient. This was key. Every job loved this. Comp TIA trifecta. A+, Net+, Sec+. MS365 trifecta. Fundamentals, Modern Desktop Admin, Enterprise Admin. Azure trifecta. Fundamentals, Admin, Architect. Regardless, I'm now making 6 figures for the first time in my life. And at just shy of 2 years in IT, I feel so lucky that I can't even put it into words. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.